Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've got my hair done. Yay! It's annoying me today though. So, I was going to show you a sort of review of my line cream stuff that I got at the weekend, but I didn't really have time before uni, so this is what I've done today with my face. I'll just kind of get ready with me, just in a sort of light contour. I've got my shroom lipstick on, which I absolutely love. It's like life. So I'll show you how to recreate that today. I've bought so much makeup this month, like it's not okay. So I'll show you what I got. My mum went to Edinburgh at the weekend, so very kindly picked me up stuff from MAC. So I got, and this is a primer, so I thought I'd try the MAC Prep and Prime. It's called Natural Radiance, and I got it in Radiant Yellow, just because I get a lot of redness. I thought that might sort that issue. Got a paint pot, show you, soft ochre, the prolong wear, which shouldn't be hard to say. Paint pot, I just prefer it for like priming eyeshadows and keeping them on for longer. I also got my Fix Plus spray, Prep and Prime one, just because I wanted to try contouring with a sponge, which I absolutely love now. It's so amazing for blending it. So I thought actually using a fixing spray would actually feels better rather than dampening it. So that's what I did. So lime crime stuff. And then also got the Venus palette. That's it there. It's so pretty. I actually tried it out in work and I ended up with bright pink eyes. It's awesome, not quite work appropriate. So that's it there, just give you a little close up. This, in my eyes, has replaced vanilla pigment. I think it's an amazing highlighter for the insides of your eyes. It's so pigmented, it's so white. And I've got shroom on today. If you have me on Instagram and Facebook, you'll have seen cashmere, because I also love cashmere. That's it there. It's kind of grey beige, and that's shroom there. As you know, I love my browns, so that's hopefully what I'll be doing next time, if I have enough time to show you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to do, I can't even speak today, it's an early morning. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you don't have me on Facebook, it's Leah Quinn MUA. MUA is all in capitals, and my Instagram is LeahQuinn_X. Let's get on with the look. Thank you for watching. So as you can see, I've done a little bit off camera just to kind of even out my complexion. I used my MAC Prep and Prime primer in Radiant Yellow just to kind of even out redness. I used my prolong wear paint pot in soft ochre to prime my eyes, and then I used my Dior Skin Star Concealer in 001 just to cover up any blemishes and dark circles. So I'm going to start off just by brushing through my eyebrows, creating a nice even neat shape for me to draw on and around. I actually used the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think it's a hard angle brush, but it's got a little spoolie on the end of it, so that's always useful. Then I take my brow cake from Illamasqua in Thunder and start off by making a kind of really neat sharp line underneath the eyebrow. And then I start to fill in the actual eyebrow and around the eyebrow as well. I don't really keep that as neat as the line that I've drawn underneath, just purely because I think it looks more natural if the rest of the brow is less drawn in. And then just kind of brush through it quite a lot just to keep the colour nice and natural looking. So then I'm going to go on and do my other eyebrow. Then I'm going to take my MAC concealer brush. I'm not too sure of the number, just purely because it's came off. I've had it for like 2 years. And take the same concealer that I used in the beginning to sharpen up the underneath of the eyebrow. And just do the same on the other eyebrow. I actually like the effect that the concealer gives, because once you put on your foundation and your bronzer and your contouring and stuff, it actually acts as a highlight underneath the brow bone also. So one final kind of comb through just to neaten up the hairs that are there. And then once you're happy with the shape, then we can move on to the foundation. So I use Dior Skin Forever. I use that in 020 purely because of cashmere. I thought my foundation would look a lot better lighter with the lipstick on. And then use a kind of flat edged I use the Crown Brush flat bronzer one just to kind of buff it into my skin, and then I pat it on in areas where I feel that I need more coverage. And then just kind of try and draw around your eyebrows as well when you're putting on your foundation on your forehead. Now I'm going to put on my Lime Crime lipstick in Shroom. These can be quite tricky at first when you use them, purely because they're a matte gloss. I also like to overdraw just my top lip, purely because it is a lot less plumper than my bottom lip. So just try and create a kind of really neat shape as best you can, and if not, then we'll just go around it with a concealer at the end and neaten it all up. A lot of people also ask me how I put lipstick on with my lip piercing. This is literally how I do it. If I don't have a little brush like this one, I'll use an actual lip brush and just literally go around the ball. Just take your concealer brush. Don't put any more product on it unless you feel you have to. It should be enough to just use the product that has been left on it from previously. And once you're happy with the shape of that, we can go on to contouring. So I'm going to start off by using my Dior Skin Star in 001 and just putting it on around the eye area, obviously blending it out, down past my nose and as far out as I can get it without it touching my cheekbones. Now this will be contouring for a round face. If you want to see contouring for any other kind of face shapes, then comment below please, and I'll do a tutorial on that in the future. But this is kind of how I sort out my kind of round potato faceness. So I just kind of put it on underneath the jaw, and as you can see it kind of brings it all in and defines my cheekbones and just doesn't emphasise the roundness of my face. Then I go in with my MAC concealer. It's the Studio Fix concealer in NW40. Obviously it is too dark for me, but for a contour this was the one that I was given. And then I take my angled brush by Crown Brush and start applying that to the areas that I want to be contoured. So obviously cheekbones are a must for any sort of face shape. And I just kind of follow the contours of my cheekbones and go straight down it in a line. And then I'll do the other side. Then I'm going to do just the outsides of my chin just to emphasise again my jawline area, and then a little bit around my forehead because I have quite a small forehead, so I don't really need to contour it down that much. So then to blend it, I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. I actually got this at the weekend and so far I really like it. It's got a little flat bit for doing round your eyes. And then I'm going to spray my Fix Plus spray all over it and shake it off a little bit just because it is going to be quite wet once you've just sprayed it and you don't want it to move the makeup underneath the contour. So I'm going to start on my forehead purely because it is so damp, and just start blending in my forehead, just kind of patting the colour in best I can to the areas around it and just blending it out. And I'll start doing my chin, and I'm just going to kind of blend it inwardly just to keep the kind of highlight of my jaw nice and light. I'm going to use a flat edge just to go in around my eyes and make sure they're nice and highlighted underneath as well. Then go ahead and do the other side. Now you can go ahead and leave the contour as it is if you want to leave it kind of natural, but I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm just going to work it into my cheekbones just a little bit more just to emphasise that kind of contour. So just using the same hard angled brush that you use to apply the concealer, just go in really lightly with your bronzer or whatever preferred powder contour that you would prefer to use. Then I'm going to take my Soft and Gentle MAC highlighter and I'm going to pat it with a fan brush. I got my fan brush from Crown Brush. There's loads on there, so you can have a wee look online and they're always dead reasonable as well. And I'm just going to pat it on kind of top of my cheekbones, bring it down to just underneath my eyes. This kind of method really helps with like strobing and stuff like that. It just gives a really nice heavy kind of highlight. And then I put a little bit on my chin, down my nose and on my forehead as well. And then I'm going to use it to sharpen up my jaw as well underneath. And then I'm going to take, it's like a little round angled brush from Crown Brush. I use this because I don't powder my whole face. I just powder kind of underneath my eyes, down my nose and on my forehead and my chin, just so that I don't look too shiny. And I use the MAC Prep and Prime loose powder to do this. Now I've not shown you how to do my eyes purely because the video was dragging out really long, but all I've done is a little pencil, smudged it out into a kind of flick for you, the Clinique white eyeliner pencil on my waterline, and then a little bit of Benefit's rollerlash as my mascara, and that's my kind of everyday kind of smoked out eyeliner look. So I apply 2 coats of mascara as well, and that's my kind of everyday look finished, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment below for anything you want to see in future tutorials, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much.